Pull that drink stool a little bit closer. Oh no, are you kidding me? So, how rich does a person get off of a life insurance policy for when their kid dies in a school shooting? And why is that never talked about on the news? How rich they became after their child got shot or killed in the most unusual way. All right, so here's what I think the difference is. Pretty much the same as the people who cry on the news versus the ones who get angry on the news. Now, some of them will go and they'll cry, and then a year later, you'll find them driving up to the memorial in a Mercedes Benz that runs off of children's tears.
Thank you, little Timmy.
Yeah. All because they spent that extra $35 for a month's paycheck to put it in for little Timmy over there. Meanwhile, the other ones, they're driving something probably from the late 90s, held together by pure rust and anger. Anger at two specific things.
Children's chairs hold cars better. Hold cars together better.
That's part of the rust issue.
That's right.
All right, so it's held together partly by rust, and the other half is I am here living in my part of Texas, and I see that piece of shit driving that Mercedes Benz to the same grocery store to save a few dollars at fucking Walmart, and then oh no, I'm gonna have to think about strangling him every time I go and see him at the checkout aisle. So, how's everybody been? I know it's been a while since I've been here. Anybody? Eric, how you been? I have actually had a little situation. I had some pus leaking out of my goddamn belly button. I mean, one morning you wake up and there is like picking a spot of spoiled food that you think you slept on. And then the next morning you go at it with some Q-tips, and this is the last place I think I ever imagined myself bleeding, but boom, right there, right out of the belly button with all what the fuck is this nonsense going on over here? So naturally, I just inject myself with a bunch of fucking antibiotic, and I'm go. But I know how to play. I can play for 5 minutes and it was never recorded. If that makes sense. Yeah, every guitarist knows when they don't fuck up.
Antibiotics.
Antibiotics, a Q-tip, just rim jobbing it up around that fucking belly button. How dare you fucking bleed? What the hell is this crazy nonsense? All the places you could possibly bleed, why am I finding blood at the end of my fucking Q-tip from a belly button? I'm just fucking a little stupefied on this one. Alright, sorry I got a little caught up there. It was a lot better of a joke, but I mean, hey, you know what was even more surprising? How much the pus just flew out of the fucking belly button. Just, oh my god, what? Alright, and then, anybody ever get punched in the fucking nose and you just got a water spout of fucking blood leaking out of you? So you shove something up there. Yeah, I ended up having to put pools of tissue in and out of the belly button, just going, what the fuck is this just leaking out like a bloody goddamn nose? Beautiful sight, beautiful sight. You should have been there. Actually, there's pictures. It's quite wonderful. Pause for a drink. All right, I missed one part of that. So, all right. Hey, it's better that it's pus leaking outside, right? Instead of blood. Well, I don't think it really matters unless it stops leaking that gunk out, right? Yeah, over the top. It gets more over the top. So my buddy asked, are you into fat chicks? I say about for maybe 8 to 12 minutes. Why do you ask? Well, I think you sort of answered my question, but it would take longer for you to. I found somebody you might like to meet, but it'd take longer for you to drive to her than to make that fucking equation work out. Tommy, isn't it funny how jailbait grows on you with age? I'm sorry, sometimes I get distracted. The other day I almost crashed into a ditch because a woman thought it was okay to wear panties jogging down the street and pretend that they were shorts. I think she's liable if that caused a car crash.
Well, you have, yeah, I guess I do. Why else
So,
run jogging and no?
look, if it, come on, it's shorter than you couldn't put this on a TV commercial, and you're just dancing around at fucking 8 miles an hour, maybe 10, up and down the 3-mile road. Those are panties. You're like a stray animal trying to cause an accident. You're worse than a deer, and you are causing me to be the deer in headlights. It's your fault. You need to pull your driver's license out of those tiny little excuses for shorts and pay for this car accident you just caused. I don't care if I just crippled you. You shouldn't be wearing panties jumping up and down the road. It's a beautiful sight, but you should be held responsible. So I realized maybe, just maybe, I don't know, that almost all of the morals that I have picked up throughout my life apparently came through jokes. I mean, probably better jokes than what I am pulling off, but if it didn't come off as anything that had a good point, I sort of tossed it away with the other half of shit from high school, which is just one more excuse for why it took another year. No, fuck that. Doesn't need it. Doesn't need it. So, I got another hero, like Joey Greco. You probably don't know him, but I'll bring up the reference. He's the first host of Cheaters. And this, I think, I used to think Seinfeld was the best TV show ever to exist. But then after a couple relationships, I realized, no, Cheaters is the #1 program. No, that was improv, people. This was a television show that was so real you could jack off to the level of infidelity on each episode. It was that real. It was that in the moment. It was so in the moment. The only thing that kept cheaters from becoming forensic files was that the cameras were there to stop the person from committing an actual murder on the case of, I caught you red fucking handed. Oh, who is this? Oh, really? Let's go to the videotape. And you're fucking her on the same bed that we share. Not only, these cameras are saving you. These cameras are saving your ass only to divorce court, where I take everything from you except your balls, because I would cut them off right now if these cameras were not here. Because Cheaters is almost forensic files if you just pay a little bit more attention. Oh, it's right there at the borderline.
Damn it, it was right there.
It's right there. Now, I enjoy hating on any person who asked for it.
If she would have been just a little bit better looking, you'd be dead right now.
If I didn't have the 200% no doubt situation that I knew that fucker was cheating on me, I wouldn't even have to go for the gamble. But you know what? I love gambling so much. You know what? If your relationship ends up being eligible for an episode, you know what? This doesn't cost you a dime. You know what? I know that fucker's cheating on me. I'll make damn sure it's worth an episode. Oh, that's gonna be easy when I find this bitch cheating on me in person. It's just the greatest TV show that's ever been made. And you know, the first guy, Joey Greco, he did it right. And then it went downhill. But that's personal opinion. Let's wrap this up a little bit. Just a little bit. Now I can enjoy hating on a person who asked for it. It's but this whole Republican versus Democrat retardation is beyond faggy. It's exactly like the argument for gay people aren't faggots. A faggot is the one dying for attention, and whatever brings it back at themselves. It's pretty sad, like a fucking raid on Mar-a-Lago for purposes we can't describe. You know, but if Republicans didn't need to insert God into half of their shit, then a lot more people would agree to their so-called sensible shit, making the other opinion to keep... fuck it. Well, at least half it got out of politics when you vote for the other side. So the next part I call knowing your neighbors. And I can get into a closer because this is the one that's been eating me alive. Now, I'm not a good person. I never claimed to be, but here's an actual spot where I did claim to be. Because fuck those people. When you call the cops on your neighbors for a noise complaint because your wife is a bitch, and that's your means of communication, you know what? That's the start of the bad blood. Then, when you point a camera at a tiny little space that is supposed to be called a backyard, you should expect a little something back at you. Little lewd gestures, middle fingers, jacking off, you know what? But when it comes back to the old classic, Yeah, go chew on Jesus' favorite dildo. Then it's a little bit too much. All right, it's okay for me to blare out some of this crap pop music that you want to get away with, but you get over a certain decibel level to drown that shit out, and you're the problem. I'm the problem. You know what? Nobody wants to hear about chewing on Jesus' favorite dildo as much as they want to hear your fucking kids just scream, 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 scream over and over for the next 2 fucking hours. No. You deserve a little something back in your direction if you think that's acceptable. You know, alright, yeah, this part's called being a bad fucking neighbor. So I see you over there spraying your fucking fireworks, pretending to be patriotic. I got one for you. You ever served that fucking military? What's 4th of July mean to you? Not fucking good enough to serve that fucking people, but shove that into your children, huh? God, chew on Jesus' favorite dildo. Oh my goodness. Don't you respect religion? No, let me tell you something. The only people who are going to respect religion that much for what the fuck you do for those kids, trying to trick them into a religion with a second birthday party by having some cunt in a red suit come up and sit on their lap for it? No. The only people who are going to respect that is whoever shoved the Bible so far up your ass to do it in the first place.
I did. And now it's fucking public in the past 6 months. There's a CIA fucking, I can show you the fucking
You know what?
links right now.
The biggest sign that you're a terrible mother over there on the side criticizing me behind your fucking man, you know what? Having a child as fat as you have that fucking little middle schooler. That's something straight back at the mother right there over there who has all her other kind words. Oh, who the fuck has anything to say about, oh.
I've been around the fucking world, bro. You hear about the fucking Pakistan? The hotel wasn't on the alphabet broadcasters. They called me on fucking Facebook, my minister of Pakistan, because that's where we killed that cocksucker. Nobody wants to help anybody as far as I'm concerned. Calm down, breathe. It's tough for me.
You want a God, the only God you fucking got is the only real one right there in the center of the fucking sky. It's called the sun. Right there. We revolve around it. You want any fucking proof? I got 2 pieces of pure proof right here. You can have any argument to throw at me against. Oh, year of our Lord. What is that about? Year of our Lord, rotation around that goddamn sun right there. That's the only real God. Doesn't give a shit what the fuck you have to say about it. It's not a man, it's not a woman, it's not black, white, yellow, anything. No, it's just a giant bomb waiting 30 billion years to explode because we're nothing but a giant rock in the sky. The other part? Alright, years. What was the other part? Oh, the Farmer's Almanac. You want any proof that that's the only God that exists? Right there. Ask the Farmer's Almanac. What is it that grew the crops we ate this year? Right there. The sun. That's the only damn thing that's still important. Your children can suck on it with their fucking birthday clown. Right there. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to everybody. Good night. My name's Stoner Taylor. I forgot half of this shit. It doesn't matter. A lot of fun. Alright, wait. You stuck with me this long. I got one final thought. Is it that some of these cones on the side of the roads have been stuck there for so long that when they're finally removed, they just look like they finally got work done on them? Yeah, that one's worth repeating. James, what is it about jailbait and how it grows on you as you get older? All right, that's enough.
Tell me.
I don't know. It's something about women pretending that panties are jogging shorts now. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm just going to point it out. All right, good night.